You ever just woke up one morning and you just felt like today is the day that you are aggravated? You don't feel like putting up with anything and everything seems to be going wrong? This day right here inside of prison, this is what happened to me. Okay? And through it all, the crazy part is it was on a day that I had visitation. But what made it even more miserable and crazy and made me aggravated was two idiots decided to get in a fight during visitation. So let's go ahead and get in this video and let me tell y'all how it went down. Same time of the week, let it be there. Have my people send a message, make sure that it's there. Time for me to collect, bring the shit over here, cause you can tell that my face don't make me come over there. I'll run up in your room, put my shank in your neck, swear to God I wet you up, better show me respect. I'm hitting licks like nut, break bread with dogs. Putting on for each side, Davey, this K-fraud, it's a robbery. Heard what I said, I got some names I won't say. Most of them dead, for that tune you get as a press on your head. Take the shit out your locker, throw it all on my bed. You got a daughter back you up, on care but you click. Two lockers to fit both y'all shit. See me in the cut jamming, smoking the rip. Getting tighter with the money that your people are sent. See on the streets I would've bust you, but in prison I come cut you. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K-Fraud TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, I appreciate y'all pulling up. Let y'all know my name's Frog, and I talk about prison over here on this channel. Not because I idolize it or because I'm promoting it, because I want people to know what it's really like when they find themselves incarcerated, or what it's really like if they have a loved one behind them gates, what their loved one may be going through right now as we speak. So for this video here, I'm going to be telling you about a situation that took place while I was inside of the visitation. Alright, now, like I said in my intro, you know, this was one of those days where I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You know, I woke up and every little thing aggravated me. I felt like everything was going wrong all the way until it led up to the visitation and it got even worse. So I'm going to start from the beginning and let y'all know what I mean by it going wrong. Why I felt like every single thing was just not meant to happen today. All right. Now, when I first woke up, you know, as soon as you see them bright lights and it's time to get up and, you know, you can't lay in your bed no more. You got to make your bed and everything. You know, after a while, kind of takes a toll on you. You get aggravated. You know, you get tired of it. You get aggravated with the same routine. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, I woke up and I knew I had, you know, visitation, you know, today. Now, the thing is they turn the phones on early, you know, on the weekends. So that way it can give you kind of time to hit your peoples up to see if, you know, they're coming. Make sure they're coming. So that way you don't look dumb when you get dressed, you know, and prepared for Viso and tell everybody you have Viso and then your peoples don't show up. So first sign of something kind of going a little was I went to get on the phone, boom, and when I put the phone, boom, 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 I put the numbers in, went to call my peoples to see if they were sliding. I had no more money on the phone. Now, wasn't that big of a deal because, you know, obviously you got to run out of money for your peoples to know that there needs to be money put on there. So that let them know that money was, you know, needed to be added on there so that way I can bang through and call, you know. But right there I was kind of like, okay, boom, there's no money on the phone. It is what it is, you know. I guess they're coming, right? So what do I do next? I decide, boom, you know, it's time for me to, you know, freshen up, get all, you know, ready for Viso. And at this time in prison, when I first got there, you know, you weren't allowed to go to Viso without your face shaved and a haircut. You get what I'm saying? Like, if it was too long, they'd literally turn you around and tell you, go get a haircut right now. And you might make it back in time while your family's sitting in there waiting for you. But then they changed the rules inside of prison and made it to where you're allowed to have a certain length on your face. So then it started making it to where it was harder, you know, to get a shave. You know, you weren't able to get out there to the barbershop in time for Viso. So now you look more scrubby when you go to Viso. You see what I'm saying? So since I couldn't, you know, make it to a barbershop because, of course, they didn't call barbershop. You know, they bucked us. They hit every dorm. But then, of course, our dorm, we get bucked. They choose us for rec. Now, normally when you're, you know, called for rec, you don't go to canteen and barbershop. So they divide the compounds usually like that. So it's like if this dorm's going to rec, that dorm's going to rec, they will not be going to canteen and barbershop, but two other dorms will. You feel me? So they bucked us and they made us go to rec. So me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to, you know, violate and slide. You get what I'm saying? And act like I'm going to rec, but then jump in line with another dorm and just hit that barbershop.
you get caught, they can send you to, you know, confinement for unauthorized area, 15 days in the box. So then I'm thinking like, damn, if I do get caught up, you know, my peoples are already probably here, you know, what is the odds of them, you know, putting me in the box? Will they really lock me up and send my family home? And 99% of the time, yes, they will. Just to make it more of a, you know, punishment, they will turn your family around and put you in the box right then and there. See? So I still wanted to go for it. Ended up getting caught, you know. One of the guards, security 9, he knew I wasn't in that dorm while I was standing in the barbershop line. Now I was like 3 away from being next to go inside the barbershop. You feel me? Because inside a prison, they only allow a certain amount of people inside the barbershop at a time. If there's 3 chairs, they'll let like 4 people in there. And it'll be the 3 getting cuts, you know. I mean, not counting the barbers. That'll be 6 people, you know. But the 3 getting the cuts, and then there's like there'll be like a mirror, or it'll be like a piece of metalish that you can look at, and then right there is where they got the clippers for you to shave. So you got to hold the little thing like this, and you shave all the you know, all your facial hair yourself, if the barbers don't do it there at that institution. You see what I'm saying? Now literally, I'm standing out in the line, man. I'm like 2nd or 3rd to go in there. The guard knew I didn't go with that dorm, so he told me to step out of line. He spared me by not bringing me to confinement. He just told me to go back to the dorm. I'm like, Sarge, look, man, I got Vizzo, man. My people's out there, man. I ain't trying to go up there. He says, I don't want to hear it. Go back to your dorm. You try it again, you're going to confinement. You won't be getting no Vizzo at all. So I'm like, damn. So I'm hot. That's another thing that don't went sour today, right? So I'm hot. I'm walking back to my dorm. I get inside the dorm. Next thing you know, I'm like, damn, I guess I'm going to try Magic Shave. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. For those that don't know about Magic Shave, it's kind of like what girls use. That's Nair. That, you know, they'll put on their arms and their legs, and, you know, it'll come right off perfect, fine, you know what I'm saying, no problem and stuff like that. And a lot of inmates inside a prison, believe it or not, use that stuff for the top of their head. When their head's bald, you know, they'll put that stuff all on there, and then you just, you know, splash water on it. Then you get your ID and you just like scalp it off, you know, like it just comes right off. So I said, damn, dog, I guess I'm gonna try to use this Magic Shave on my face, which I was kind of nervous doing, because your face skin is more sensitive than the top of your head or your arms or your legs, you know what I'm saying? And right on the Magic Shave they had, it said formula for black men on it, you know. So I'm thinking like, yeah, is there any difference? You feel me? I'm not trying to be judgmental or nothing, but so I try it. I put the Magic Shave all on. Got it all on my face and everything, splashing water, trying to make sure, you know, everything seems like it's going legit. Next thing you know, boom, I get it all off with my ID card, right? Ended up burning my entire face, y'all. When I say burning my entire face, I mean it was beet red raw. Felt like a rash. My entire face. And I look uglier than I did before I got the cut. You know what I'm saying? I would have looked way better going out there with just, you know, my hair all scruffy compared to this. I had big old red rough patches. Like polka dots. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was just unreal. Right there. Boom. Another thing that aggravated me for the day, where I just felt like every single thing was going wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it was like one thing after another. And then on top of it, I don't even know if my peoples are coming to Vizzo. See, this was the thing. So after that, boom, I finally, you know, I don't want to get dressed and look like a dummy. So I'm just, you know, preparing myself. And if they call me, I'll hurry up, put my clothes on, boom, 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 and go there. Next thing you know, boom, they call my name, Vizzo. So boom, I grab my Vizzo blues out from under my mat, which were laying on my bunk. That's where a lot of people keep their Vizzo blues, because you keep them folded and you put them right up under there, and they keep the crease in them, and you really only wear them during Vizzo. You see what I'm saying? And I lifted my mat, grabbed my Vizzo blues, boom, went to put my blues on. I'm getting all ready and stuff like that. I remember I had a piece of tape, because we didn't have no lint rollers. And with the piece of tape, I was going like this, trying to get any type of hair that may have been on me or anything like that. You know, I got my creases and everything. My homeboy comes up to me and he's like, damn, Frog, you messed your blues up. I said, what you mean? And he showed me, man, right on like behind my back, behind my thigh. Big old rust spot from the middle of the bunk. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I'm looking, right? I take them off, boom, I go to looking, and it's a rust stain, bro, from like on the bunk. So I lift my mat up, and there it was. Sure enough, there was a rust stain, which is crazy, because you know, you don't just throw them under there, obviously. You know, you make sure it's clean under your mat on that metal before you even do that. So I don't even know how the rust stain got there in the first place. I don't even know how it got on the bunk, because I would have dealt with it before I even put them under there. You see what I'm saying? So now I got a rust stain on the side of my blues. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, look, there goes my outfit for the day. You feel me? Now, you know, it's your family. They're not going to really, you know, judge you off of it. You know, they're not going to be like, oh, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Some people go there, holes in their shirts, want to look real scrubbish, and they do it so that way their family sends them money and shit. You know, they want to look like they homeless right now, so their peoples will send them some money. I was never like that. So I ended up buying a pair of blues, another pair of pants, blues, brand new, right then and there. I bought them from somebody in the dorm that had them, because they see me over there tripping about mine. You feel me? They sold them to me, but I had to pay $10. Now, $10, boom, just because I'm going to have this Vizzo right now. You feel me? I did it. So that was still another thing that went bad. So, boom. Next thing you know, I walk out the dorm. I'm headed to Vizzo. Everything sounds like, you know, the badness is in the rear. You know, it's all in the past. I get the Vizzo, they do the strip search, squat, cough, turn around, all that stuff like that before they let me enter the VP, which is the visitation part. And then while I'm in there, you know, squatting, coughing and everything like that, another inmate starts arguing with the guard. So as he's arguing with the guard, they got us other people who are in there waiting, you know, with him, sitting there waiting. And I'm thinking like, damn, they're wasting our Vizzo right now by arguing with this inmate. Why don't they just tell the rest of us to get dressed and let us go out there, because our peoples are obviously waiting on us while they deal with this one inmate. But instead they don't. They have like 6 of us standing there. One's the problem. Us other 5 are standing there naked right near each other, dealing with each other, you know, just sitting there naked while these people are, you know, going back and forth, the inmate and the officer. You feel me? So about after 25-30 minutes of us sitting in this little ass, I'd say 4x4 room with a guard, all naked, they finally let us go inside the VP. Bam. So now we go in there. I see my old girl, rest in peace to her, my sister, you know what I'm saying, my first son. I see all, you know, I'm hugging them. Everything's going good, you know, boom, boom, boom. They got a couple things to eat already sitting at the table. You know, we sit down, we start talking. Next thing you know, we're like, oh, let's play some Uno. So then we start playing cards with each other. You know, I'm dealing the Uno cards. We start talking, you know, chopping it up. You know, not nothing major, because, you know, I had phones inside of prison, so I was able to talk to them about everything anyways. So it was like, in Vizzo, it was more just to hang out in person than it was of things we need to speak. You feel me? But I did tell them I wasn't sure if y'all were coming. You know what I'm saying? And then they were like, yeah, you know, we were coming, this and that. We want to say we were coming, we weren't. I said, yeah, I know, but I wasn't sure. You feel me? And next thing you know, I go to get up and we go to walk over to the microwave, because my old girl was like, oh, what, you want something different? I said, yeah, I want a big ass chicken sandwich, and then I want some fruit. You feel me? I used to take advantage of Vizzo and make sure I eat fruit, because they ain't really give us fruit inside of prison. I mean, they give us like bananas, you know what I'm saying, or apples, like with the breakfast tray. But I'm talking about like the little, you know, the little cups of like peaches and pineapple and shit like that. I would take advantage, and you only got them at the VP window. You only got them at the canteen window inside of the visitation part. So when we go there, I'd always want a fruit, you know what I'm saying? I'd want something like that just to, you know, I felt like it refreshed me. I'd go there and eat like 4 cups of fruit while I was at Vizzo. Like I did it like clockwork, and pizza dipped in ranch. But for this day, I got me a chicken sandwich and some fruit. And as we're standing there and we go like to the microwave after getting the chicken sandwich and everything, 2 inmates all of a sudden start fighting inside the visitation part. Now, when I first looked over and I seen these 2 inmates fighting, I'm thinking like, damn, right? Like, it ain't that big of a deal. You know, these 2 dudes just start fighting right here in the corner, you know? Don't know what it was over or anything like that. But the 2 dudes that it was, I've noticed they were actually known for bumping heads on the compound a bunch of times. Like, they've literally fought each other like 5 different times. You know, like one time it was in that one dude's cell, then the next time they went to the other dorm and he fought in his cell. Like, them dudes were known for going at it, you know. But for them both to still be on the compound, there had to have been a line of respect drawn, or there had to have been some protection behind somebody to where you can't stab him or he can't stab you, you know, something like that. So these dudes start fighting, and I'm thinking, oh, it is what it is. Next thing you know, they tell all of us inmates, since they fought, to go outside the VP, which, you know, at the Visitation Park, you got the inside where all the tables are, everybody hangs out, but there's also double doors where you can go, and it's a little gated area outside where, you know, your family can walk around with you outside also if you want. So they make us inmates all go outside, which is normally what they do when it's count time too during Vizzo. They say all inmates outside, and then we go in this little gated area and we all stand there, and they got different tables, and they tell you A dorm sit at that table, B dorm over there, C dorm, you know, sit at your table that you should be, and then that's so they know which dorm you were in. So that way when they do the count, they get the entire count of your whole dorm still. You get what I'm saying? That's how they end up doing it. So they make us all go out there because these two dudes get in a fight. So I'm thinking like, all right, it is what it is. You know, we're all out there laughing, kikiing, you know, just talking to shit. You know, inmates while our family's in there, you know, seeing that something went down. You know, that's an eye-opener for the family, letting them know that people do fight in here. Things do go on, you know what I'm saying? So as we're sitting out there, you know, waiting for everything to die down, they got the two people who fought and everything, you know, we're thinking that, you know, they're just going to let us go right back in there. Now, next thing you know, while we're sitting out there waiting on the tables, two other dudes that are out there with us start fighting. So I'm like, oh man, you feel me? So now we all shift from here. While these two dudes are fighting, we go over here, the guards come running out like the goon squad. They come running out like the goon squad and everything like that. And then I'm thinking, okay, now it's like, oh, y'all go inside. So now we're all inside. You feel me? While the other two dudes are getting hemmed up out there. That's a total of 4 people who were the, you know, the troublemakers, you could say, the ones that were getting into shit. So next thing you know, they have us all go inside while they're hemming up these 2 other people out there, you know, putting them in restraints and stuff like that. And you got family members in there saying, man, oh no, that's crazy. They're hurting them, they're this, because they're watching you do that to their, you know, their family member. You see what I'm saying? Even though their family member fought, they're watching how they get restrained, how they get dealt with. So you got family members saying stuff out loud. We're all just sitting there. You know, they told us to line up on the wall, so we weren't even allowed to go sit back with our family. We were allowed to just come in and line up around the wall. So all us inmates were around the wall, and all of our family members were sitting where they were sitting. Next thing you know, they come in. Visitation's closed, y'all. Visitation's closed. Everybody back to the dorm. Family members, y'all start making your way towards the exit, this and this and that. And everybody's like, what? Hell no. Like they straight bucked us on Vizzo because of this situation. Now, it might have been some security reasons or whatever, I don't know. But the fact is I just looked at it like, damn, this is another thing that's bad today that happened. You feel me? Since when do you get bucked on VP during your visitation? You feel me? So we're like, what? So then another inmate, that would make a total 5 inmates. Another inmate who was with us on the wall starts screaming and arguing with the guards and everything like that. And he gets into it with the guards and ends up getting restrained right in front of us and all of our families because he was mad they were canceling Vizzo. You see? So that was 5 inmates that got into some type of situation that day. Well, I'd say 6 because of the one that was arguing with the guard when we first came in. We're getting stripped. You feel me? But he ended up coming in anyways. He didn't like getting restraint or anything, but there was 5 situations, 6 people all together, you know what I'm saying? So now we're all pissed because we got to go back to our dorm. It cut our Vizzo short. Now me, I wasn't as mad that I can't really see my family due to the simple fact that, like I said, I had phones, you know, so I talked to them on FaceTime, IMO, Messenger, all this stuff frequently, like daily. So it wasn't really, you know, that much on me. It was more I was aggravated, and I knew I was probably going to get in a fight in the dorm because I was aggravated. I knew I was probably going to get into it with somebody because I'm not in the mood today. But it was more the fact that I knew my family wanted to see me, and they took the time to come all the way down there. They took the time to drive, okay? I didn't live, you know, locally to my prison like you do in the county jail. It's not that big of a deal because you're local. You know, if your family can't make it or if they don't come, you know, it's nothing. But when you're in prison, they send your ass way up top and you way from down here on the bottom. You get what I'm saying? They had to drive 2.5, 3 hours, and then all of a sudden you're canceling it because of this stupid shit these people did. You feel me? In all reality, these people should be dealt with, you know? That's it. You shouldn't have just shut it all down, but they shut it all down. You get what I'm saying? And the other crazy part of the whole situation is they didn't let none of us say goodbyes. So we were only allowed to say bye from a distance. We weren't allowed to hug them, have a good day, you know what I'm saying? And then for a family, you know, on the outside looking in, when they come in and they see this is happening. They see these fight here, a fight out there, and then this guy's getting restrained now by these guards. They see all this stuff, and then they can't say, you know, or touch their loved one. You know, they're leaving with their mind wondering, I hope they're okay. I hope he's okay. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I seen them old girl's eyes, you know what I'm saying? I seen she was worried and everything, but she wasn't the only one. A lot of females and a lot of moms and a lot of, you know, family members were worried, you know, but that's how it is in prison. They don't really see that sign, you know, or them symptoms of the chain gang, because in Vizzo, normally everyone's cool, calm, and collective. You see, but they actually seen the type of things that, yes, fights do go on, this stuff does occur, you know, and for them to have to leave you there, not be able to at least say goodbye the right way, you know, kind of messes with their head. So since I seen she was worried, when I got back to the dorm, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was arguing, talking shit about it the whole way back to the dorm, all the inmates. And me, I just had my head down and was like pissed, you feel me? I was just walking back to the dorm like, there's no point of bitching about it. You get what I'm saying? Amongst each other. What are we just going to get mad at each other and bitch about it? There's no reason. There's nothing we could do about it. Our family members are already gone. We're already on our way back to our dorm. There's nothing we could do about it. You feel me? So I just wanted to make sure my old girl was straight. Let her know I'm alright. So of course, when I go back to the dorm, there's still no money on the phone. You feel me? So I'm like, damn. You feel me? Now I had to go to the cell phone game. Now when it came to the cell phone, I remember I had my cell phone up charging. You gotta let it charge, you know, for about 4 hours just so you can get some, you know, like, I mean, 2 hours is good. If you let it charge for 2 hours, you can get a full thing. You feel me? And it'll last about 8 hours. You feel me? But the hard part is where you have it at or who's the hold down man. You know, you have things put up certain ways where it's not smart to just take it out at any given time. You feel me? So once we get back to the dorm, I'm like, okay, let me get on the phone, make sure everything is what it is. Boom. They lock the whole compound down. They tell everybody on their bunks, everybody in their cells. So it's like, damn. Now, like, we're just dead ass on camera. I can't, like, orchestrate like I want to orchestrate. So I couldn't call. There was nothing I could do. And then due to that whole situation, when it came time for chow later on, they didn't turn the phones on that day. They wanted everybody back on their bunk. So here I was punished the entire day because these 4 people got in a brawl inside of the Visitation Park. You feel me? And I was stuck to where I could not get on the phone. We weren't allowed to hang out and gamble or play cards or watch TV. It was off limits, the TV room. Like everything was to where we were just stuck on our bunk. And I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, you take this shit out on not just, you know, in the Visitation Park, not just on everybody that was in there, but now you brought it to the pound and you take it out on the whole compound. Over 4 individuals that got into fights inside of the VP, and the one who decided to be disrespectful and argue about getting his visitation ended early. You know, so I'm like, damn, like it just shows 1,500 inmates being punished all over 4. You see what I'm saying? Like that to me is mind-blowing, you know what I'm saying? And it was one of my worst Vizzo's experiences. That's where I knew, like, even if you're good and you stay out of trouble, you're entitled to visitation. But even though, and phone privileges, but even though you're good and you stay out of trouble, if someone else messes up, they'll take your privileges also. Because that's exactly what they did to me, all because these 4 dudes got in that little brawl. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to come on here and share it with y'all, to let y'all know the bullshit behind it, how it all went down, how it felt like it was such a bad day building up all the way to Vizzo, to where when I finally got to Vizzo, I didn't think about the bad things. And then bam, something else happened at Vizzo. One thing after another, boom, boom, boom. And then sure enough, went back to the dorm, boom, I was pissed. I didn't want to talk to nobody, not even my homeboys. I just sat there on my bunk, put my MP on, turned that bitch up to the max, was tuning everyone out, and I was laying there reading the James Patterson book. That's it. Just minding my damn business. I didn't really want to fuck with no one today because I knew I was aggravated. I felt like they bucked me on Vizzo. I felt like they tricked me with the magic shade, got my whole shit hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like, my damn blues were messed up. I had to come out of pocket, buy another pair of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was just so much, and I ain't got money on the phone. See, the big thing about money being on the phone is I call that the perk game, because I use that as a perk, which means they see me on camera going and getting on that jail phone 5-6 times a day. You know what I'm saying? So they have no idea or no intentions to even consider me of having a cell phone, because if he had a cell phone, he wouldn't be spending the money to get on the jail phone. No, that was just because they see me on that jail phone so frequently, you know, that they wouldn't think, you know, that maybe he has a phone or anything like that. So it was like I was so used to that jail phone, boom. You feel me? That's how it goes, you know, like when that money ain't on there, it feels like a stab in the chest, even if you're the one that pays for it yourself. You feel me? Because it's got to run out in order for you to be reminded that there's none on there. You get what I'm saying? And it was just a horrible day all in general. The 4 dudes that got in the fight, I'm pretty sure not only did they get confinement time for the fight, but I'm pretty sure they got their Vizzo suspended also, because it happened at Vizzo. And I know, you know, when you get cell phones caught on you or stuff like that, they suspend your Vizzo because they're not sure where they came in at. But if you got in a fight, they don't really suspend your Vizzo. Now, if you got in a fight in the VP, I'm pretty sure their privileges were taken. But it is what it is. I wanted to share this story with y'all to let y'all know about the horrible experience I had to go through just over my family seeing me. Now, if you're somebody that's been locked up and you've seen things occur inside of Vizzo, drop it in the comment section. Let people, you know what it is that you've seen or witnessed. If you're somebody that's on the outside that went and visited a loved one in VP and you've seen some shit go down, or you know you didn't like the experience that you had to go through in order to see your loved one, let everybody in the comment section knows how it was, what you experienced. You feel me? That's what the comment section's for. But anyways, man, that's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all catch me on my gaming channel. I'll be on there later tonight at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's K-Frog Gaming. Pull up, come hang out with us in the fog. And, you know, y'all stay tuned to the next video. Like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool, but I got a limit though, cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.